Hey guys, 420dragon here. We're going to be playing a match with the blue-white familiars deck that I took to second place at the Mythic Championship qualifier down in LA. And looks like we get to go first. This hand's pretty great. We're going to go ahead and keep. So I think turn one, actually this might be a turn one ponder here. I think I like that. I think I'm going to go with the turn one ponder here. Okay, so I think that we could keep a Muldrifter here. Obviously I shouldn't have clicked quite as fast as I did. I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and shuffle. So let's see, we could go with either Faithful, we could go with Cycle Ashbarrens to get a Plains play Faithful, or we could go with Dimir Aqueduct next turn. This is going to depend heavily on what land our opponent plays here. Okay, a Tron piece. I think that means that we want to go fast. So we want to get this Dimir Aqueduct down. So that we can try to end the game. I'll just go ahead and play the Island Seagate. I think I will actually pick up a Flicker here. It accelerates us into our end game. We are going to need to pick up a Flicker at some point to get this combo off. And we're just going to hope that we don't get capsized out. Tron is actually, depending on how many capsizes and Dunrovas they have, potentially one of our worst matchups. So here I might toss down the Faithful. Alternatively, we could go with Deep Analysis. I think I'm just going to put this Faithful. Go ahead, fire off a Preordain. We could keep this Bounce Land. It does sort of get our mana online. I think I want to. And I think I will actually fire off a Snap here. Just want to spend all of our mana to draw cards. So we're going to go ahead and snap the Seagate. Replay it. Pick up a Preordain. Alright, so this is going pretty well. Excuse me. So another snap is a solid draw here. We're looking for a familiar would be pretty good. Okay, definitely don't want KD. Probably don't really need this Deep Analysis either. This is kind of tricky. I think I'm just gonna snap the Seagate and play Muldrifter. We are going to have to discard, but that's not too big of a deal. Just get rid of this Plains. We're really looking for a familiar here that would let us start going pretty hard. Opponent's missing Tron, it looks like, which is nice for us. They're going to go ahead and flicker 2 Prisms. Sure. So hopefully we don't see a tower come down. Okay, nice. So we're going to go ahead and start with a Preordain, looking for a familiar. Nice. Go ahead, drop that. I should have attacked first, whatever. Gonna snap this Muldrifter. Replay it. Snap it. Gonna play Seagate here. There's Sadro. I think we actually do want to pick up Sadro here because we're trying to end the game. And Sadro does actually matter. Okay, so I'm just going to flicker these. draw a bunch of cards. I'll fire off Ponder. So there's another Flicky. Seems pretty good. I think we can go ahead and keep that. Move to discard. Let's get rid of this KD. We can just get rid of all these white cards. We don't need to defend our life total too much against the Tron deck. Also, we're already at 34, so Rolling Thundering us is going to be pretty difficult. And Rolling Thunder can just sort of take out our board anyway. So there's Tron. So hopefully we don't see like Dinrova Horror would be pretty good. Okay, nice. Alright, let's see. So let's start with an attack. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and I guess actually we should just fire off the Flicker first. I think this is good. So hopefully we can dodge a counter here. Counter would be kind of annoying on this Flicker. Made nice, Flicker resolves. Get this Mole Drifter. Go ahead and fire off this Preordain. Oh wow, okay, so that's exactly what we need. Just go ahead and play the other familiar. Oh no, is this getting condescended? It's kind of annoying. Prohibs, sure. I think I am just going to invoke a Mole Drifter here. Just trying to draw cards. We need a second familiar here or a second wall. A second wall would allow us to go Ghostly Flicker both walls, get back snap the Faithful, and then we can replay the Faithful infinite times, and with the Saedra out, that's infinite mills from the Flickers. So let's go ahead and discard these. Probably should have discarded Kurtar's Desire, but I was just trying to quick fast. Ash Barrens would have not been bad here. Comes a wall. It's pretty good. So they're not getting back to Flicker. Go back Prohibit. Okay, so there's the wall. Gonna keep getting my damage. I think I'm just gonna go with wall here. Get back to Flicker. Pick up an island. I think I'm just gonna pass here. I'm just going for a pulse on Remote Isle. So just trying to draw an extra card. Should I go Flicker? I think I'm just gonna hold up the Flicker. This way we're a little protected from like a Capsize or Dinrova Horror. If they target the bounce land, we can Flicker the bounce land. And then it's kind of like they only bounce one land instead of 2 lands. Okay, so Mole Drifter. Getting invoked here. So looks like this might be a flicker. They don't even have a flicker. Okay. Sure. So you're gonna pick up another tower. They're gonna pass. Okay. So I think I will go for the flicker here. If they want to counter this, I think that's actually okay. And they probably do want to counter this. It's pretty scary. They didn't counter it? Okay. So, okay, I should get my attack in. But here, it looks like they're trying to save the counter for the Sage row. So we're going to have to find Mortuary Mire then. So I'm going to just keep drawing cards. Okay, there's the second familiar. So let's go ahead and slam that. So let's see. So if we go wall, if this gets countered and we go wall, get back snap, snap something, then we can play. We only have 2 blue mana left. So I wouldn't quite. Oh, we have double flicker. Okay, wait. I think we have a kill here. So I think we go like this. Get back the snap. So this way we can play snap, and then we can get back the snap with the Mnemonic Wall. And since we have the other flicker, we can do it all over again, as it were. And this, I think, will give us enough mana to play the Sage row and have the flicker. What's this? Teachings, sure. So we're gonna get another prohibit. Counter this. Okay. So now what? I think I'm just gonna play the Sage row here. So here we're pretty scared of the Capsize. Rolling Thunder is pretty scary. We should be able to fight through some counters though. There's a wall, so they can get back the flicker here, and then they can flicker and get back prohibit. So it looks like what they're going for. So there's the flicker. So this is actually not the end of the world. So they're just getting back 2 prohibits actually. Okay, sure. So I think we are just gonna go for a kill here. Let's play wall. So I'm gonna play wall, get back the flicker. And then we can try to flicker both walls, and then if that works, then we can just go off. So they're gonna have to counter a flicker, but they can't counter both flickers because prohibit kicked costs 4, and they only have 6. So let's get back this flicker. Do this, save targets, auto yield. So I'm gonna go flicker both the walls. This is gonna eat a counter. Yep, and then we go flicker both walls. Get back flicker, get back snap. And then now we can just snap our Faithful infinite times. Snap the Faithful. Oops, almost misclicked. What is this? They're gonna prohibit the snap. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Ah, shit. So as far as we know, though, they don't have a flicker in their hand. This is still a scary spot. Yeah, I might have made some mistakes last turn. I didn't quite math out the mana all the way. Prism, sure. Okay, so it's our turn now. Let's go ahead and get our 2 damage. And they have a Teachings up. Should play this. Play the Seagate. So a Snap would be pretty good here. We're actually pretty close to just milling them out raw, which is interesting. Go ahead and play this Drifter. I should probably keep up a white mana because, yeah, okay, because if we draw Familiar, it's pretty good. Okay, so there's the Familiar, and there's a wall too, so let's just try to get this wall down. This is a must counter. Satra's doing work this game. So it's going to get Condied. So they still have Teachings. So I think maybe I just pass here. If they go Teachings end of turn, I can try to go off in response. So they're not going to bite. What's this? A wall? Sure. Get back Ghostly Flicker. It's fine by me. They're gonna flicker both walls. So let's see what they try to get back here. So they're gonna go with a flicker, and I'd imagine a prohibit. So I could try to go off here. I think I will. This way they have the least mana, so they can't actually go Teachings for... Okay, yeah, and looks like we're just gonna get the kill here. We got there with a tricky win in Game 1 versus Tron. Pretty sweet. I suppose they could have like Mortuary Mire. Alright, so I think we can just sort of cap off with a flicker on both walls, get back a flicker, get back double flickers. Alright. How do I turn off chat? Okay, obviously did not need to attack the Mold Drifter there. I'm just gonna... So here we're gonna bring in Dispels, cut these Kurtar's Desires. We got some dogs upstairs going ballistic. Let's see. I think this is. I suppose we could bring in Hydros. I think that's probably actually good. It's probably better than these Faithfuls. I don't know if they're actually going to bring in red cards, but even if they have like 2 red cards, I think it's still better than Faithful. Okay, this hand is pretty bad. I think I'm gonna take a mulligan. This hand's worse. I think I'm gonna go to 4. I don't think this is really a keepable hand. Alright, well. Alright, okay. This is a good hand. There's Ponder. Not bad. Let's go turn 1 Ponder. Next up here. Okay, this is pretty good. Where's is mine? Going with the Prism here. Okay. So we can go ahead, untap, draw, cycle this. I'll just get an island and play the Chancery. So this is actually a pretty decent Moldo 3 here. You can just like get your hands on a bounce land and another land to go with it. Usually in a pretty decent spot. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off this Dane here. It's a Sieg. I'll keep it. I'm gonna just try to run out this Familiar. I think usually with the Familiars deck, it's good to just try to jam into hate, jam into like counters and stuff, and just sort of try to grind them out by getting more value. Like even on a Moldo 3 here, that's still gonna be the plan. We're just going to try to draw a lot of cards. I think I should have played Seagate first. That's a mistake. Is it a spell? Sure. So what's this? Teachings, maybe? Yeah, that's pretty scary. Hopefully they don't go get Capsize. Okay, they didn't get Capsize. I guess actually we have an answer for Capsize. Deep Analysis is great here. That was probably the best draw in our deck. Yeah, now we're sort of off to the races. They can flash back the Teachings, like go get another Teachings, but that's just like, even with all their mana, that's still really slow. And it's only getting like 1 or 2 cards. Suppose I could have dispelled that. It might have actually been the play. Though yeah, I like if they're getting something like a Prohibit, I'd much rather just be dispelling the Prohibit. Bounce line, pretty good draw here. Got the Seagate down. I think we're just going to pass with Dispel up. So in terms of draws, we're looking to hit familiar here. Teachings, sure. Get Pulse, alright. So they're gonna get back some mana or a Muldrifter. So there's our own Muldrifter. Let's put this down. Okay, there's a Hydro. It doesn't really look like they have any red cards. They might. Faithful would be doing about as much as this Hydro. Our beatdown plan's actually kind of going here. So what's this? A Capsize? No, 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 no. They have Prohibit? Oh, God. Shit, dude. Okay. This is so yikes. Alright, so I'm gonna let this resolve and hope that they Capsize again. Wait, they can't. Shit. This is real bad. Capsize, like, it goes from being a good time to a very bad time quickly with Capsize. So here comes another Cap. So now we're on the weird beatdown plan. Just getting prohibs. Yup. Okay. So the bounce lines are pretty bad here. Just gonna keep hitting. This is a bad time. This is bad. So we need to draw the spell, or potentially Ghostly Flicker, and we need our opponent to have like nothing. But they have a Teachings. Yeah, this is a bad spot. We might be a little bit on the time plan now too. I'm gonna go ahead and flashback this Deep Analysis. There's a Familiar. I'll put down this Familiar. It sort of counteracts the Capsize a little bit by giving us some extra mana to play with. And also, the opponent probably wants to Capsize it, so I'm gonna hit the lands. So these bounce lands can get out. This Hydroblast can get out. Okay, we're getting Capsized really hard. They're going compulsive, sure. So we're hitting the face. Okay, so we can actually... If they have nothing, we can actually get a Dispel in our hand. If we go double snap, we go snap Seagate, we play wall. Then we would have Dispel up. Is that worth it? I think it probably is. Okay, so they do have Pyro. Here goes the C gate. Get this deep analysis. So even if we were to snap C gate and replay it, we could never have Dispel up here. I mean, we could find another snap, but that's pretty slim. So we're just going to sort of eat these capsizes to the face, get some clock time going. But these C gates are going to have to go all the way. Okay, there's another familiar. Hit the face. And I know this sounds really degenerate, but one of my favorite parts about the Pauper format is actually timing out Tron players. Because the games are so grindy, and the Tron players, they have to manually click all their mana because it comes out in 3s and 2s. I just like to make life a little bit harder on the Tron players. You gotta actually kill me, buddy. So here comes capsizes. Obviously we're super dead here. Like, I don't think these C gates are ever gonna actually go the distance. Yeah, we're just gonna have no permanence in play next turn. But that's okay. The opponent still has to kill us. C gate's gonna hit the face. Discard some cards. So opponent's got a C gate, so they have a win con. I could have played the Faithful. That was my bad. I'm trying to get all these seconds on my clock and shit. Okay, getting capsized. But the Faithful is worth a couple seconds on the clock, as it were, so I'm gonna start playing it every turn. So Pulse gonna get back a Drifter here. Can play the Drifter. Okay, so they got a clock now. Okay. So we take damage, play the Faithful. Discard your island. I have no shame. I will try to time people out. Let's get this W. Fam. Okay. This is a pretty boring part of a video. Oh shit, there's the Dispel. It's a little late. But I suppose we could go for it next turn. It's probably worse than, okay, we're dead. Cool. So, yeah, this matchup is pretty hard. If they draw Capsize. So we're gonna have to try to get in there underneath the Capsize before it can come down. Set up some protection with the spells. Flickers. And set up some offense. Hit the face with the Sadro. Maybe even get some drifters in the red zone. Alright. Looks like our opponent's on a sort of a standard stock Tron list at this point. I think the Tron lists have sort of converged around playing like Stonehorn Dignitary and along with the whole teachings package. It's taking a little while. Okay, this is good. So I'm gonna just play Island, pass. Don't need these upkeep stops. Get a Plains here. Let's just play the Chancery. So let's see. I'm not going to play around Capsize. Not this turn, at least. Ashbrand's pretty good here. Go ahead, play Seagate. Now we have Dispel up. We have a little clock. Opponent can't just sit there forever. Pick up a Flicker. Alright. So, this game's going pretty well. We have 2 ways to stop Capsize. We have some random card draw. We did not mull to 4, 3. So opponent doesn't have double blues, so I don't mind tapping out here for an Ashbrands. Go ahead, get this island. Hit the face. I'm going to fire off a Deep Analysis here. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't mind discarding a Aqueduct here. Untapped mana is pretty good. Also, I don't know, maybe we should keep the Aqueduct, but protects from Capsize a little bit, kind of, but not really, because they can always just bounce the one we have in play. Okay, so let's play a Familiar. So it's going to get countered. I think I actually feel fine dispelling that. We can just get pretty set up here. Go with another Familiar. I think I'm just going to hold on to my cards here. What's this, Mole Drifter? Sure. So, okay, this is a pretty good spot for us. We have a little opportunity here. I think I will fire off this Flicker. Ooh, I forgot about that Deep Analysis in the yard. Okay, let's get this island. Ooh, there's a wall. So, wall's pretty good. Okay, let's flashback Deep Analysis. Ponder is pretty good. Let's Ponder. Some Mole Drifter. I think actually I should shuffle this. Okay, Snap's not bad. Let's start snapping some Siegs. Preordain. I'll cast that. Hydro. Snap this. Play it. Hydro. It's Familiar. Play this wall. Get back Flicker. So we're in a decent spot here. Seagate. Okay. So our hand is actually kind of crappy. Though I guess they don't have Tron up yet, so We're doing alright. Okay, this is a Sieg. Let's go ahead and drop that fool. There's another Dispel. Nice. Okay, that's going to be pretty good here. So now I feel pretty good about slamming down this Flicker. We don't need to play another bounce land because here untapped blue mana is just going to be the best thing we can be getting. Preordain's pretty good. Should move the stack. Let's just keep doing this. It's Drifter. Just gonna go ahead and hard cast the Drifter. There's another wall. It's pretty good. Let's play this wall. I'll get back to spell. We can pass. Or I should have attacked. So here I will keep the Chancery, I think, and discard the other 2 lands. So this is gonna get the Tron. So here goes a wall. They're gonna get back presumably the Prohibs. So let's see, they would have Prohibit mana for a Flicker here, and then they would have 5, 4 with a colored. Okay, here goes the Seagate. Oh, I didn't see the island. Did they just play it? No, they had the island. Okay, so there's the last familiar. I'm gonna just go ahead and hit the face. Block. Sure. So we're pretty well set up here. Let's see what they do. Are they thinking about a Flicker? Okay, so let's just Flicker this. So we just need to find a Sadro to get this kill. Preordain will dig 1 card deeper than a Flicker here, so let's go ahead and fire off these Danes. I think actually I'm just digging for Sadro. Basic Island would be alright here. There is only 1 left in our deck though. Oh, there's a Snap, that's pretty good. Let's just snap something. He's gonna get Prohibs. I'll dispel that. Play the Sieg. Pick up this Drifter. I'll cast it. There's Sadro, but we don't have enough mana. Yeah, so there's no way we can go off here. Let's just pass. Opponent does have a bit of an opening here, but I think it should be pretty easy for us to get a kill next turn. Need a lot of protection, only a little bit of combo, and we didn't take any. Maybe I probably should have taken some of the deep analyses. There's Muldrifter. So this is pretty good. Every blue mana our opponent spends on their turn is, you know, basically 1 less potential spell for them to fight over our combo with. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna win. Well, I'm playing 7 islands in this version. This is slightly different from the list I played then. Okay, let's play the Sadro. Alright. So I'm gonna go for this kill. Thanks for watching. It's nice to give you your well-needed dose of blue-white familiar 420 dragon content. And stay tuned, click subscribe, and we'll be making more content. It'll be lit.